Hey Parker, it's June 30th. I don't know if you keep up on the presidential elections, but if not, you should. Everyone should if they live in America. And maybe even if they don't. But today, another Republican candidate announced his running for presidency in the 2016 campaign for whatever election. So the newest Republican candidate is named Chris Christie. He is the current governor of New Jersey. And as I have mentioned before, Chris Christie is indeed a Republican. The reason I'm differentiating him from just a presidential, the reason I'm specifying another Republican candidate is I don't know if you have kept track of at the very least, 20 current running presidential candidates. I believe it is actually 31 for the Republican Party alone, but there's a lot of them. So approximately 31 candidates have announced that they're running under the GOP party for president, but only about 16 of them, I believe, have any sort of real chance at winning the presidency. This includes people like Jeb Bush, Chris Christie, the neuroscientist, I cannot remember his name, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz. There's too many to count. There's too many to remember. In comparison, however, the Democratic Party, I believe, has only about 8 candidates running, and about 4 of them are the ones everyone knows. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and our very own past governor of Maryland, and Martin O'Malley. Now, I'm not a political scientist in any way, but anyway, there's a lot of Republicans running. Now, this isn't necessarily bad, because in theory this would be awesome, because it means that the American people have more of a choice on who they want to vote for. They can choose someone who more closely aligns with their values. But in actuality, it doesn't really work that way. The Republican Party is basically, at odds right now. The Democratic Party is a little bit more not fighting. I say this even though I'm biased. I'm a Democrat, so naturally I'm gonna see my party in a slightly better light. But the Republican Party does have some sort of they don't know what they want. We basically only know that they don't want Democrats in power, as we have seen with Congress's their horrifying lack of getting anything done ever since Obama was elected into office. Now, I've seen some Democrats who are very, very happy that there are too many Republican candidates, purely on the fact that they hope that, I guess, the Republican voters get so confused by the sheer numbers of Republicans jockeying for their attention that their votes are so divided. There's about 40 people running for president right now. Now, this isn't necessarily the most outlandish thing, because in theory, anyone can announce their candidacy for president as long as they meet a couple of criteria. And about my being biased as a Democrat, which I will admit, but considering the very, very small amount of people who vote in the presidential elections, much less the primaries, who knows what's gonna happen. Maybe Republicans will bond together and find a candidate who represents some sort of middle ground, or they don't, and Democrats continue gaining steam and winning. The presidential election this year is pretty much the most ridiculous one I've seen in quite a while. That includes when Mitt Romney was running. That isn't that good of a statement, because I've only been paying attention to since Obama. But I am so looking forward to the 2016 presidential election, just so I can see the sheer nonsense that comes about, because that's one of my favorite things about politics, is the sheer amount of ridiculousness and nonsense that happens. But if I had to pick my current most likely candidate for president, I would say Hillary Clinton from the Democrat side. I'm gonna say it's that the end presidential ballot's gonna come down between Hillary and Rand Paul, and Hillary will win. That's just, if I had to pick right now, I'm gonna say that's my ballot. If I become right in 2016, yeah. 2016 presidential elections seem like they will be shaping up to give us a lot of entertaining news coverage and shenanigans and a lot of mudslinging. I can't wait to see the coverage. So that's it. I like politics. It's nonsense. See you tomorrow, Parker. DFTBA.